Hello guys, welcome to JD Watts. We're going to start creating some of the small applications using OpenAI GPT, and these applications we are going to create as an API. For example, this is one of the application that we built in one of our previous videos on Devirite Technologies, where user asks the question by passing a system prompt and we get a response back. Well, this is exactly not the correct question and the answer. I just tested whether it is working fine because I modified this to work with the OpenAI API because this implementation was done using Azure OpenAI. Okay, so what we are going to achieve is we'll create a fast API in Python by connecting it to OpenAI model. We can use any of the models. Best suited will be GPT-3.5 Turbo, and we'll create many endpoints for each of our applications. And today we are going to build a grammar application. We'll pass a sentence in English in a bad grammar and ask the OpenAI ChatGPT to respond back in a standard English. Similarly, we'll create many different endpoints for our applications. All right. So let me show you some of the videos that we have created so that you can understand the background of this, how to create a fast API in Python, and yeah, and also how to get started with OpenAI. Let me quickly show you that. To get started with OpenAI, we created this last two videos. One is signing up on OpenAI platform and as well as creating the project and creating an API key. And in our last video, we made our first API call using OpenAI API. And to learn more about the Fast API, just go to our Devirai Technologies channel. And here we have built an Fast API that calls GPT-4o. That was using Azure OpenAI, but in this video series, we'll make use of OpenAI. All right, so let's dive into it. Let me quickly show you what has been done in this particular project. We created this API. Basically, we converted our last videos project into a fast API project. So how we did that? We just initialized this app equal to fast API and imported some of the packages. We created a request body class to emulate our request body that will be passing from our Postman application. So we'll use Postman to test all our API. And this implementation is from our Devirai Technologies video for the Fast API. It's an endpoint, post endpoint, and endpoint is /Q&A. And whenever we hit this particular endpoint, our this piece of code will get executed. It will make an API call to OpenAI and return back the answer in the window. Let me quickly show you this implementation. We haven't used any inputs from the request body. It is straightforward. We have a system message, we have a user message, and let me show you that. There we have the answer. All right. So let's modify it to create a grammar application quickly. Let me modify the system message because for grammar correction application, system message is the one that will help me to perform my job. So the system message is you will be provided with statements and your task is to convert them to standard English. Okay, it's straightforward. And here I'll pass on the statement from the body, request body. Body dot question. Okay, since we are not passing system prompt inside our request body, so let's get rid of this property. Now we have body dot question and whatever the response will be coming from ChatGPT, we are sending back as the answer. We are also printing on the console. All right, so I'll just modify this endpoint to grammar correction. I'll copy this endpoint. I need not rerun it. Whatever changes I make, uh, the application will adapt to it, and I just need to test it here. So I do not need system prompt. I'll modify the endpoint, that is grammar correction. So I'll just modify this statement. Let's see. Who is the fastest man alive? So who the fastest man? So I have not given is keyword. So let's see if it is able to give the standard English response. There it is. Who is the fastest man alive? So let me give some other statements. Where you going? Come home faster. Okay. Where are you going? Please come home faster. So that's all. We successfully created our grammar correction application using OpenAI GPT 3.5 Turbo model, and we integrated it in a fast API. So the best way to integrate GPT based implementation is using APIs. And if you're working with Python, then fast API is the best way to go with. We'll come back tomorrow with a different application. So stay tuned. Thanks, everyone.